Good morning. This is your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We did see a low cloud deck move in locally here with ceilings sitting around 5 to 600 feet. Temperatures have climbed into the upper 60s and seeing those winds steady out of the southeast. Overall, should see fairly good weather as we move through the day today. Should stay dry, but we will see a slight chance of a passing shower or storm as we get past the close of business today. Uh, with a boundary lifting through the area. If you take a look at the current surface analysis, we have this boundary sitting just to our south. We're going to see that lifting northward as we move into the evening time frame and moving into tomorrow, and that boundary will lift north as a warm front. We'll see those winds shifting more out of the southwest, bringing in that warmer air, and along that boundary is where we could see some showers popping up and pushing through the area, but most likely seeing that stay off to the west. If you take a look at the upper level winds this morning, some east-southeasterly winds at 1,000 feet, then becoming more southwesterly to westerly through the remainder of the column. Our peak wind this morning was 31 knots, 20,000 feet, and the freezing level was at 12,000 feet. Current visible satellites can show some of that localized low cloud over the local area. Otherwise, fairly partly cloudy skies across the area. Do expect some additional clouds as that boundary lifts through the area, so a mix of partly to mostly cloudy conditions at time as we move over the next 24 hours. We'll look at the high resolution model here, look at the next 48 hours of what we can expect. Again, as mentioned, you see kind of clouds building in and out of that region as we move through the day today, and then as that boundary lifts through the area again, mainly after the close of business today, we do see some showers firing along that boundary a bit further west of the local area. Some other models indicating a possible shower moving through closer to the Wallops area. So just a slight chance we'll see that. Again, most likely you're going to see that staying off to the west of the local region. We'll see things drying out as we move into the start of the day on Friday. Mild temperatures getting back into the 80s again on Friday. Southwesterly breezy wind where we'll see a chance of a wind advisory as we move through working hours tomorrow. And then once again, we'll kind of get into this pattern of as we get into the late afternoon and evening time frame, we'll see some diurnally driven potential for a shower or thunderstorm Friday evening, and then we'll see that fizzle out as we move overnight into the day on Saturday. If we zoom out, look at the European model here, what we can expect for Saturday. Once again, we'll kind of have a diurnally driven shower or storm possibility late in the day and into the evening time frame. Excuse me, and then we'll see an area of low pressure, upper level trough cutting off to upper level low off to our west, and that's going to kind of meander over the eastern part of the country as we move over the coming days towards the end of the weekend and into the beginning of next week. And that's going to set up some potentially steadier rain shower days as we move through Sunday, and that continues as we move into Monday as well as into Tuesday. And then getting into the middle of the week, we'll start to see that upper level low pulling out of the area, and then that's when we'll see some drier weather moving into the region. So a few daily chances of rain showers in the evening, and then we'll see steadier rain possibilities as we move towards the end of the weekend into next week. So looking at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, seeing green conditions through our working hours today, expecting a high temperature of 72 degrees. We'll see winds staying out of the southeast today around 8 to 13 knots, with again a mix of partly to mostly cloudy skies, and then going into the evening as we get past the 16 local time frame. That's when we pick up a yellow risk for precip or lightning with that slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm moving through the area, and then we'll see partly cloudy skies as we move through the overnight time frame, and that's when we'll see those winds shifting more out of the southwest, keeping things mild with a low around 64 degrees and staying slightly breezy through the evening as well. Tides are running normal, and again, as mentioned, Friday, similar situation, but with warmer temperatures, expecting our highs to get into the into the 80s. And we will see breezier conditions for our Friday as well, with a chance of seeing a wind advisory. Slightly breezier as we move into Saturday, with a better chance of seeing that wind advisory, and once again, an evening chance of a shower or thunderstorm. Slightly a couple degrees cooler for Saturday with a high of 78 degrees, and then getting back down into the lower 70s for our highs as we move towards the end of the weekend and into the beginning of next week, as we start to feel the influence of that upper level low bringing some showers fairly consistent over the Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday time frame. It could see a few thunderstorms embedded with that activity as well. And then looks like we could get into a drier period as we get into Wednesday, into the middle of the week. That's going to wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again tomorrow at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Enjoy the rest of your day.